There are over 200 species of army ants. Army ants are distinguishable from other ants by their aggressive and predatory nature. The entire colony mobilizes across the ground in a destructive river of mandibles called a raid. Any creature that isn't fast enough or smart enough to get gone before the raiding party arrives gets to be diced up like so many hors d'oeuvres for the army ant raiding party. After all, people going to a party do expect tasty morsels.
Hey folks, nice to meet you. I'm an army ant worker. Here comes my buddy. He's a soldier. Did you catch those mandibles? He's nicknamed the Butcher. Anyway, we got work to do. Later.
The army ants mercilessly mangle all that stand in the way of their party's procession. The army ants aren't the only ones partying, though. It's very strange that several quote-unquote guests have managed to crash the party. These guests travel with the army ants and benefit from the protection of their host's reputation, like the lackeys of some schoolyard bully. Since the army ants identify friend, foe, and food by scent, it is thought that perhaps these army ant guests have acquired the army ant's fragrance, granting them safe passage through bouncers at the door and into the mobile mosh pit of death. But as we all know, party guests aren't all the same. Many of the army ant guests can be grouped into 4 general categories: helpful and polite, greedy guests, opportunists, and the downright rude. We'll meet one from every category now. One of the polite guests is called a silverfish. Silverfish live among the army ant colonies and consistently and diligently clean the ants. Army ants actually spend a lot of their time cleaning themselves, but it's not good enough for the silverfish.
Okay, hold still. Let me just dust you off a little. There. Okay, that's good. Now over here, and wait, hold on a second. Perfect. And now a little spit and shine buffing, and we're done.
One guest of the greedy variety would be the scuttlefly. Army ants are meticulous about waste removal. They keep a well-ordered refuse pile not far from the temporary home called a bivouac. The army ants create a bivouac when the queen is laying eggs. The scuttlefly is one of many creatures that freely dine on a plethora of leftovers and half-eaten entrees that the army ants deposit into their bivouac refuse pile.
Well, some people nibble and toss most of their food away. I make sense of that, you see. I'm being very frugal. Oh, this is delicious.
Opportunists are another type of guests found among the army ants. An opportunist that could have probably made it to the rude list is a fly called Khalidexia. Khalidexia flies around the army ant raid, seeking creatures that are fleeing from the army ant attack. These escapees make easy targets. The female Khalidexia lands briefly on the backs of these panicked creatures and quickly deposits microscopic larvae, which tunnel into their host, consuming them from the inside out as the larvae grows. Gruesome.
Don't judge me. Do you know how hard it is to find babysitting?
Among the army ant guests, there are several beetles known as Rove Beetles. One particular Rove Beetle has earned its place at the top 10 of the rudest party guests ever. This beetle can be quite cordial with the army ants, until it is not. When it decides to get nasty, it raises its abdomen and sprays a paralyzing liquid into the face of the army ant, effectively stunning it.
Hey, what was that? I'm dizzy and I don't know what's happening.
How rude. This Rove Beetle then drags its dazed victim away from the colony to devour it, a horrible fate for the poor, unsuspecting army ant.
Wait, what? The poor unsuspecting what? These army ants leave a trail of carnage wherever they go, and I'm the rude one?
Well, I mean, at least they fight fair.
What? Fight fair? They rampage into people's homes, dens, burrows, and nests, tear you to pieces while you're still alive, and I'm the bad guy for taking out one of them?
Huh, I don't believe this guy.
You're probably impressed with their savage military prowess, aren't you?
Well, it's kind of Awesome. I mean, they are an unstoppable force of fearless.
Whatever. The truth is that if you lived on the forest floor like me and you were in the path of an army ant raid, it would be nothing short of the apocalypse. Army ants would wash over you like living acid. When I see an opportunity to take out one of these little monsters, I make my move. It might not be a lot, but I do what I can. Call me rude if you want to, but many will call me a hero. Uh-oh, soldiers coming. Live to fight another day! Death to the Empire!
Hey, buddy, you okay?
Yeah, I just felt a little lightheaded there. Must be working too hard.
Uh-huh. Well, I know it'll make you feel better.
What's that?
Let's get back to work.
That sounds like a great idea.
Army ant guests. The polite, the greedy, the opportunistic, and the rude.